of a week. Oh my goodness. So many things have happened since I saw you last. And I'm all crooked here, so let me try and fix that. Um, so exactly a week ago, I hit my $1 million. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the perfect $1 million shade. So a humongous thank you to those of you who helped me achieve my goal. I really appreciate it. I am so grateful too that it all happened on last Monday, because that was my mother-in-law's birthday, and we decided that it was appropriate. She would have appreciated that milestone happening on a special day. So thank you all so very much. I am really excited about all the things that happened with the $1 million achievement. Actually, give me 1 second to get my little self organized here. I was rocking out before, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's 5 o'clock. So anyway, that kind of happens to me every week, but anyway, so I got, and I'm going to show you this. I went live in my Facebook business page, but I know not all of you are on Facebook, so I'm going to show you what I got. And first off, you can see right here, well, I'll grab them. I got pretty flowers. I've got that one. And then I got this one. So I got these. This is from one of my team members sent me this. So that was just like such a surprise. So I loved getting this one. And also note the clean table. And then I got this bouquet from Stampin' Up. So there's some orchids and some roses and some thingies. And it came with this card like this. So I will, when I flip my camera around, I will open up the card and show you the whole thing. But that was pretty exciting to get in the mail. And then I get to go on a trip to the home office, a little bit like last time, but not exactly the same. It's a retreat with the other $1 million achievers, so whatever multiple of million you are. So I get to do that in March, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I got well, and then there's other stuff that goes with it. I do not get to design a stamp set again, but that's okay. I want to make sure that the people who hit their $1 million have that opportunity, because it's pretty cool. And I got to do that. So I'm just excited I get to go on another trip, because I didn't know how that was all going to play out. But luckily, they're still giving us a special extra trip. So I'm really excited about that. And I get to bring Andy with, so that will be awesome. And oh, and I got a tip. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. So it's going to be a lot of fun and exciting things to look forward to. So I'm excited about that. I'm also super excited because we're going to Norway with Stampin' Up! In May. And I was talking to my husband today about possibly adding on to our trip and going to Iceland. And he liked that idea. So I thought that was pretty awesome, and I can use some of the money that I earned through my bonus to pay for that. Or whatever. So anyway, I'm really excited about all of those things. Partly it's just nice that it's done, if you know what I mean. Because like when you're working for something, it's just nice to be done. Like, You know what I mean? I don't know. That might sound weird, but like I'm just glad I'm happy. It happened. It worked out. It's all good. I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's I don't want to say stressful because that's not the right word, but um it's there's a lot to make all of that happen. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm so grateful. And of course, I have to thank a whole bunch of people who helped me get to this point. So obviously my family, they're great and all that. They have to deal with me day in and day out. But they also earn the perks of the perks I get, you know, like the things that come with it. Like my husband gets to come with me. Gets to, right? Um, but also, of course, there's two people that are huge in this, and that is, of course, Whitney, who will be coming in here at any moment, and Becky, my two main assistants. They've been with me for multiple years, helping me get all of this going. Whitney's been with me for a long time, and truly, if I couldn't do this without them. I cannot run my business by myself, so I'm so grateful for them. Lee is my newest assistant, and she has been doing awesome, so I'm really thankful for her help as well. And then, of course, um, my customers and my team members who support me, or the people who order from me, of course, and then I couldn't possibly do all of this without the help of my tribe. And that is primarily Barb and Kelly, who many of you know who they are. My Stampin' Besties, they are there when I need to vent. They're there behind the scenes helping. We help one another figure things out. So like without them, none of this would be possible either. So I am grateful for all the people around. It takes a village for sure. So yeah, and somebody asked if Whitney and Becky were demos. Becky is a demo on my team, but Whitney's not. And Whitney has 3 little kids. Bless her heart. And I think she kind of gets enough of Stampin' Up! At work. I don't know. She's a quilter, so like that's her hobby, but she does stamp. Actually, that's how I originally met her was at a stamping class that I held. So I've known her since she was in college, so a long time. But anyway, I'm really excited because her youngest is going to go to school next year, and then she's coming during the day, and I don't have to work at night anymore. It's my goal to not work so many nights. There's been a lot of 16-hour days lately, and that's getting old. So anyway, so I think that it's been a really wonderful milestone and kind of something nice to top off what's been arguably quite a crummy summer. So, and today it's cool here. We got a little fall weather. It's going to be hot again at the end of the week, but it was kind of fun to have a cool day. In fact, I went out and it was so cold. I changed into long pants because I had capri pants on and it was too cold for that. So that kind of made me giggle that I had to change clothes because it's cold today. Anyway, I've got some great projects lined up for today. I'm really excited about sharing them with you. I hope you're going to love them too. I've got a Cutie Patootie Halloween card. I've got a watercolor card. I've got a how to make a pretty floral card without making it be too fancy and coloring it too much card, if that's a thing. And then I've got this was a guest request from last week that I couldn't quite get done. A sailboat, lighthouse card. By the way, they have lighthouses in Iceland. I just checked. So I'm needless to say, I've had Iceland on my mind lately. So also just to report, to keep you all up to date on the things going on in my house, Carl ran a race on Thursday and PR'd. Izzy jumped up on the table while we were gone Saturday morning and ate about 3/4 of a stick of butter and then promptly threw it up. Um, and I played this weekend, not worked, I played, so I was pretty excited. The I was supposed to go to my cabin with my sister this weekend. We were gonna meet, and, the weather was rainy and crummy their whole weekend and cool, like today it is. So we decided not to meet, and, we stayed home, and I got to watercolor all weekend. Like, I just played with my watercoloring, which I was really excited about because I had some ideas rolling around in my head, about how my, um Sunshine and Rainbows watercolor kit that's going out just in the next couple days here. And I was working on some of the little bonuses that I have for my subscribers. So if you are a subscriber, you just wait. It's going to be awesome. So anyway, I was excited to play with that. And watercoloring is just the most relaxing, awesome thing in the whole world. So that's awesome. Diane is asking, how is Izzy's play date? She had a play date like a week, Labor Day weekend, that weekend. And she had a great time. She enjoyed playing, and we would definitely welcome Sophie, her friend, back. Sophie is Lee, my assistant's dog, and they got along quite famously. In fact, I think they both missed each other. So that was pretty cute. And yeah, okay, I think that's everything. I got to be mindful of how long I'm talking tonight because last week, I went so crazy long. Oh my gosh. It was a long live. I didn't mean for it to be that long. And when I was done, my family was like, we're dying of hunger here. So anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna flip my camera and share a few things with you. And we'll show you my card because it's so pretty. I haven't opened it for like 3 days, so it's time to open it again. I know you'll get it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna flip my camera. And oh my gosh, I'm laughing because I just realized I'm not on my typical camera, my phone. That's funny. Okay, so here it is. So pretty. This is from Stampin' Up, and they ask you all kinds of questions like, what are your favorite products, stamp sets, etc. So, what's your favorite technique? So, of course, I said watercoloring, and they watercolored it. So I love that. But yeah. Okay. So here we go. Why don't the boys cook? Well, Carl's coming home from practice and he's exhausted. And I believe Andy had some pretty late meetings. He's actually cooking tonight and he has cooked in the past. So it's not a matter of that. It's just, yeah, it just was poor planning, really. But they, trust me, they hold their weight. They pull their weight. That's what I'm looking for. So anyway, here we go. Here, isn't that pretty? So there's a little belly band, and this is sort of like a thick envelope done with paper. And then we open it up, and inside is this card. And it's so pretty. And we have that little tag. And we're actually going to use this set today. But I was showing in the live to stamp my name Dina with the coordinating stamp set. They literally like inked the D and then stamped it and then etc. D, E, N, and A. So like, wow. They like put some effort to pull that off. So that was pretty cool. So anyway, I've got these beautiful watercolored flowers and this embossed panel, and there's all kinds of Wink Stella on here. And then you open it up and it's so pretty. All the fun little details and touches that they added are just so awesome. This is embossed. So it's just gorgeous. And of course, Sarah wrote in here for me, which was just lovely. So I really appreciate it. And all of this, by the way, is on shimmery white cardstock, which is really fun. And it's kind of a fun fold, which is pretty cool. And it's a big card. Like this is 5x7, I think, in size. So gorgeous. And even the back is beautiful with the little paper and everything. It's just all so pretty. So I am just very grateful for such a gorgeous card to come my way. And I'll put the little belly band back on here. Ah, so beautiful. So I'll post pictures of this in my blog post that goes with today's live. So there you go. Okay, so a few announcements of some things going on. First of all, we have World Card Making Day is on October 1st, and you can get this bundle. I actually used it last week during our live, the Warm Welcome Bundle, which is a preview of a set coming in January, sorry. In the January catalog, it's an upcoming set. And this is the $1 Million Stamp Set from my friend Jenny Polly. She is from Germany, and it's just a really, really sweet set, and it's very much her. So I really love this bundle. You can see there's cute little dies that coordinate with the stamp set and everything. So we made a really simple, but I thought quite pretty card last week on my live. So you can check that out. But when you order that this month until October 1st, you can get a free package of iridescent rhinestones. If you're ordering online, you need to put the iridescent rhinestones in your cart, but then it will take the price off when you check out. I think you have to click checkout and then the discount comes. If you did order this from me and did not get the pearls, you let me know because I will make sure you get your pearls. But just let me know. So that's pretty awesome. And then we also have the Perfect Partners special that's continuing. Last week we made this beautiful apple blossom card. Today we're going to make the fresh cut stems or the fresh cut flowers a card with this bundle. Oh, I can't even say it. And it's a really cool fun fold, and it's part of my next card challenge. So I'll explain all that when we get to it here in just a moment. The fall Stamp-A-Palooza. This is our fall retreat that I do with Kelly and Barb. This is coming up just under a month from now in October. It's the 6th through the 9th. The 6th is actually the business portion, and then the 7th, 8th, and 9th is the stamping portion. The business portion is separate from the stamping portion, but it's all kind of tied into the whole event. And it's going to be a really, really awesome event. We are featuring the Hello Harvest, the Kindest Gnomes bundles, the Snowman Magic Bundle, the Simply Fabulous Stamp Set, and then the Split Card dies. And these will be featured on multiple projects, but it's going to be a really, really awesome event. I'm very much looking forward to it. So we will be making a wide variety of cards. And then that Stamp Business Palooza I mentioned is business training. Many of you who are demonstrators need help with various aspects of your business. We have some phenomenal guest speakers, and they are going to talk on a wide range of topics, such as how to make a video, like from start to finish, how to get your business started or restarted. I have a guest speaker who's coming in who basically took about 4 years off from her business, and she's trying to get going again. I've got a class, like how to run a class, an in-person class. What else? I'm trying to think. How to type up project sheets. So there's all kinds of really useful training in this event. It's $49 or $25 if you add it to your Palooza registration. So it's a great deal. And if you're a part of my team, you will get this for free. So that's pretty awesome. It's going to be a really wonderful event. Everything in Palooza and the business portion, all of it is recorded. And you can watch it again and again and again and again and however many times. There's no judging. So anyway, if you're not there present live, that's okay. You can come back and watch it anytime. So, all right, next up, I've got the Soft Seedlings Creativity to Go kit. This features that gorgeous Soft Seedlings stamp set from our holiday catalog. We're going to make some beautiful projects with this. I've got a couple of fun techniques in this class as well, so this is definitely a don't miss out event. You can get registered for that. There's links in the description of this video for all of this stuff. And then I've got the Hippest Hippos online class. This is the class I do with Barb and Kelly. We're going to take the Hippo stamp set and dies from Celebration and make some really, really, really cute cards with this. So I think you're going to love them. We also have game night coming up a week from tomorrow. So get registered. It is going to be a really awesome event. You do need to be registered in order to watch the live, and I've got some fabulous projects planned. I've got tons and tons of prizes to give away, all kinds of fun things. So make sure and join us for that. Also, we have weekly deals. These are the old ones. I thought I had printed off the new ones, but maybe not. There's new weekly deals. Check her online. And then one more thing, the Sunshine and Creativity delivered box for the upcoming month is going to be simple Christmas cards. You could also make these into whatever kind of cards you want for the holidays, but they're simple cards. They're great layouts, and I think you're going to enjoy them. So if you are not already subscribed, get subscribed, because you can have your Christmas cards done early or have some really fun cards to share over the holidays early. So get registered by the end of this month. And finally, if you purchase $50 in my online store, you will get the Abigail Rose All-Star Tutorial PDF for free. And if you spend $75 in my online store, you will also get these leaf label and amber gems for free as well. And these are super duper cute. So there you go. Actually, I think we're going to make a project with these, but I think it's not till next week. So there you go. So this is going on until the 20th of this month. And by the way, it is from the beginning. So like if you helped me out with an order last week so I could hit my $1 million, you will get these if your order was 75 or more. So there you go. All right. I think that's all of my announcements. So I've got a couple more quick things. I've got a couple stamp sets in all of the hoopla last week. I forgot I had a stamp set to give away, and that set is for Burnell Felker. So congratulations, Miss Burnell. I will send this out to you. And then I also have a set from this week. I've got the Countless Trees. This is a really cute set. And that goes to Leanne Roberts. Congratulations, ladies. I hope that you will enjoy these fun sets. And thank you for being a part of the Creativity Cave. All right, and then finally, I've got some cards to share with you from my mailbox. So I have a beautiful card. This is with the Wisteria Wishes stamp set from Bethany, who's on my team. So thank you so much, Miss Bethany, for thinking of us. I really appreciate it. And this is such a pretty card. Here's another pretty, this card with an old favorite. Oh, what was this called? Rooted in Nature, I think. And this beautiful card came from Debbie. So thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate you thinking of us. Another really beautiful card featuring the Heron Habitat card. This one came from Susan, who's on my team. So thank you so much, Susan. I really appreciate you thinking of us as well. And I actually I have the set and I haven't pulled it out yet, so you've kind of inspired me to get this. I also have a beautiful, fun card from Natalie, who's on my team. So thank you so much for thinking of me, Natalie. I appreciate that. Natalie doesn't live too far from me, so that was really sweet of her to send that. Another beautiful card. This one is with the something, but Beautiful World, I want to say. I'm pretty sure that's the name of this. It was a celebration set with the DSP. So this is really sweet. And this is from Mary. So thank you, Mary, for thinking of me. And I love how she did that. Isn't that cool? The opening is really nice. And then one more card here. This was another gorgeous card. This one came from Holly. So thank you so much for thinking of us, Holly. I really appreciate that. So beautiful. So thank you guys so much. I love when you send cards in the mail. It just brightens my day. So I appreciate it. Okay, it is time to get stampy. As mentioned, got some really fun projects. My first card is the subject of this month's card challenge. And I think I just dumped some of my stuff. That's okay. It's what happens. This is a fun fold, and it's going to feature the Fresh Cut Flowers stamp set, and actually also the dies that come with it. So this is one of those ones that's part of our special for this month. And the Fresh Cut Flowers stamp set is in our annual catalog, and then these dies are not in the catalog. They are right here, part of that Perfect Partners promotion going on this month. And they are going to coordinate with this set, but the dies are only available this month. You can buy the dies separate or together with the stamp set as a bundle with the bundle savings. So that's pretty awesome. Now, I am going to start with a piece of white cardstock that is 4 by 10.5 inches. Okay, and I'm going to fold this in half. And that is going to be my card base. Let's give it a good crease with our bone folder. And this is my card. We're going to put it on a layer, but there's the first part. I also have cut myself a piece of cardstock that's a quarter sheet. So this is 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And our layer is going to go on here in a minute. I also have 2 pieces of designer series paper, and these are cut to 3.5 inches square. And we are going to fold those in half diagonally. Okay, so I'm going to meet those points up, and there we go. There's 1 and 2. Okay. All right, so there we go. It's really pretty. Okay, now we're going to use these to create our fun fold here in just a moment. But first we got to prepare our stamped panel. So I'm just going to set that aside for right now. And we're going to do kind of a fun technique on this. I was inspired by a card I made last week. It was a video I did last week for a blog hop that I did. And you can see it's the last blog post on my blog that wasn't my last week's live. So it's a separate blog post. You'll understand when you see it. Anyway, and so I've got a piece of basic white cardstock. This is, I don't know, it's probably about 4 by 5 1/4. Doesn't matter because we're going to trim it down anyway. And then I wanted to grab my mini grid paper, my small grid paper, whatever we call this, and some blending brushes, and we're going to do a cool little background with some masking paper. So I used my masking paper on that card I mentioned last week, and I did some blending on it, and I just loved how it worked. And so then I was like, ooh, I want to play with this masking paper a little bit more. So it comes in 5x7 sheets, and you can, in fact, here's my package. I even took the pieces I've used and stuck them on the package itself, and then I can just peel them off and reuse them should that opportunity come up if I wanted to make more of the cards I was making last week. But this week I thought I would try a little bit different technique. So I cut some 1/2-inch strips of these, and I find that the most successful way to use masking paper is to take and put it on your clothing first. Okay. And you might think I'm joking, but I'm actually not. The reason is because that will take a little bit of the tackiness out. Not like a tacky party tackiness, but just some tackiness. Stickiness, in other words. You can see I've got little fuzzies. Well, maybe you can see that. I got fuzzies from my clothes on here. And I'm just going to position these kind of randomly on my cardstock panel like this to create some kind of interesting areas. Okay, and I'm just peeling these off and sticking them on a couple times. I know you probably think I'm crazy. I'm not actually, though it might seem like it. Okay, so I've kind of got some sections of my cardstock, which I think are kind of fun. And I cut these 1/2 inch. I probably would go to a 1/4 inch if I were to do it again. I think these might be a little thick, but it probably doesn't matter like that much. Let's see. I'm trying to find out like a fun way to put this on. No, not like that. So I'm just trying to create different sections on my cardstock here. And let's see if we can do like one more. So put it on yourself. I know you guys think that's funny, or at least I hope you do, because it is. We'll put that right there. I'm going to cut the excess off. And then the rest of the piece I'm going to put right here. Okay, so now I've created this kind of fun little background masked off. Okay, and then what we're going to do is put some colors on here. So should we do our colors in pinks, yellows, or blues? Pinks, yellows, or blues? You tell me in the description, and I'm going to take a drink of my Diet Coke. Pinks, yellows, or blues? Okay. Okay, the votes are even, you guys. Who's going to be my tiebreaker? Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for blues, 13 for blues, 14 for blues. Okay, blues is winning. Okay, blues it is. All right. So, let us do which blues? That's the question. I'm going to go with Tahitian Tide, Pacific Point, and Pool Party's going to be like, bleh. Maybe Bermuda Bay. Maybe these three. Okay, let's go for it. All right, so I'm going to start up here. Actually, blues will look really pretty with what I'm going to do with this, I think. Okay, so we're just creating a background. So I'm putting Tahitian Tide down, which is kind of my lightest color. And I'm just swirling it around. Now, I got a lot of comments that people said my blending looked really good. And I thought, well, that's weird, because blending's really not complicated. You just put the color down and go for it. And so I thought maybe I would share a couple tips for you if you feel like you're not happy with your blending. First of all, it helps if you have a blending brush semi-dedicated to the color. So I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 blending brushes. Yes, that is a weird number, but 17 blending brushes, actually 18 because I have one that's white in my drawer. That would make sense because there's 3 to a pack. Anyway, I have, like, this one is dedicated to Pool Party, Bermuda Bay, and Coastal Cabana. This one is dedicated to Tahitian Tide, pretty much. Then I've got, like, this one is dedicated to dark blues, so I'll probably use it for my Pacific Point. I also use it for Night of Navy. Then I have separate ones, you know, for other colors. So, like, you can see, this is my tray of blending brushes. Anyway, so I know that the colors that I'm using are relatively, oh my gosh, what am I thinking? I need to use Coastal Cabana on this because my card is Coastal Cabana. That's okay. This will totally go. Remember we did this Coastal Cabana stuff earlier? Hello, Dina. Follow your own card supplies. But that's okay because the majority did speak on the color of this anyway, so we're still good. So I just switched out the Bermuda Bay and the Coastal Cabana. But my point is, because I have a semi-dedicated blending brush to my colors, they're not going to get all icky and muddy looking. So I wouldn't want to take a pink and use it with this brush because that's not going to work. You can clean them, but I still stand by, you know, I don't have one for every color, but I've got enough that I can cover my pretty wide range of colors. And, you know, there's certain colors I don't even use. So, like, it's not that tricky, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm putting down some color. Another tip, so besides having the right color brush being used, if you're worried about there being like a real dark spot, you can just get rid of the first bit of ink off of your brush on a scrap paper. So that's helpful. Another tip would be, if you can see, I'm kind of carefully positioning my fingers to hold this on the masking area. If you don't happen to be blending something with masking tape that you can touch, just take a scrap of typing paper and hold your hands or the paper down. Touch your paper over the typing paper or scrap of whatever kind, so that your fingerprints, like there's a big fingerprint right there, I can see, so that your fingerprints don't get on there. So that's an easy thing. That's an easy fix. Let's see if we can buff that. Oops. And I just totally messed up. Well, that one I'm going to have to clean. Well, actually, where did my other brush go? Oh, I just messed it up. Okay, never mind. I might not be able to get rid of that right now just because of what I just did. So now I'm coming in with this really dark color, and notice it's super dark right there and lighter there because this first bit of color kind of got down, but that's okay. You want to make sure that that piece of paper you're using to put some of this color down, you want to make sure that it is not going to create a line because you're going over it with your masking or with your blending brush. So just be careful of that. So a couple little tips along the way to hopefully help you. And then I like to start with the lightest color and work darker. And see, there's the line I was talking about. So we can get rid of that like that. There we go. Okay, now we've got quite a bit of color on here. So I think we should peel this up. Also, your fingers can get dirty from this because like we put some real dark colors down. So if you want to be careful of that, you might need to keep some wet wipes and whatnot to keep your fingers clean. So now here comes the big reveal. We're going to peel back our masking tape, and then I can keep that masking tape. I'm starting to run out of room, but I'm just gonna kind of stick these on my sheet here so that I can reuse them. Now I pretty much only want to reuse this on something in these colors. So if I'm going to repeat this card, maybe that would work. Otherwise, I don't want to use this with like yellows, this paper with yellows. It's pretty inexpensive. But what's nice about this paper is it's super thin. It's like thinner than typing paper. I think it's really thin stuff. And I like to pull it back at a really sharp angle against the paper. And that tends to keep any ripping or tearing of the paper from happening. And here's one that's tearing. It's tearing on the masking paper itself, not my cardstock. So there we go. Okay, so now what's left behind, so I just kind of tore my masking paper, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so I can reuse these if I want, or I can just throw them away, because let's be honest, that's almost easier. All right, so here is my paper. Now I'm going to take this and actually die cut it. So I'm going to take and die cut this with a stitched rectangle. So let me grab my stitched rectangles and we'll die cut this. Now I'm going to use this stamp. So I want to make sure my rectangle is bigger than that stamp, but not too big. Yeah, this one will work. I want this slightly larger one. So I want to see my pattern and then have enough room for my flower to go over the top. Okay, so I'm going to die cut this. Give me 1 second. Okay, so there we go. And there is my cool background. Now from this, I could do all kinds of really cool things. What I'm going to do is take and stamp my big floral image from this set on here. And I'm going to use my Stamparatus just because this is a big stamp and it's easier to do it that way. So I'll throw my cardstock in here and throw this down. Now I'm not paying super close attention to the comments today, guys, sorry. But I'm going to ink this up in some smoky slate ink. So kind of a nice neutral color. Gray granite would also be a good color for this. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp that down like so. And there is our beautiful design. Now I'm going to color this really simply with some of my Stampin' Blends. I love these detailed die cuts, of course, and detailed floral images. I love coloring them, but sometimes you just want something quick and easy. So today we're going for quick and easy. So I'm going to take my Parakeet Party for my leaves, which is going to go great with the colors we picked here. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of my Daffodil Delight And I'm going to color the centers of these flowers. So the flowers themselves are going to be white, and they will be a great contrast to this background that we've got. Okay, so I'll take my dark parakeet and just color this. And by the way, I did do a project when the catalog first came out. I think it was back in May. I did a project with this card that was very similar. Same colors, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But I just want this to be nice and easy, because the hard work we did on the background. So you can certainly color this all fancy if you want, but I'm just going to color simply. I'm going to go along those stems too, just so that there's a little bit more on here color-wise. Okay, and then we'll blend it out with our light. So pretty. This is such a fun set, and I remember when I first worked with it, I was like, gosh, this set would be awesome if there were dies that went with it. And just like that, it's like Stampin' Up! Heard me, and they came up with this set of dies. So I was really glad that that came about. Of course, there's also some really sweet dies. There's this birthday piggy. There's a set of dies to coordinate with that. There's the tree trimmings set. There's Yeti to party. So we've got Yeti dies. I mean, if somebody asks me, do I have Yeti dies in my collection? I can say yes. Yes, I do have Yeti dies. Don't you? So I love that we have Yeti dies because they're just so cute. I was working on some stuff with that the other day. So I guess I didn't quite finish that card. So that'll probably come in alive next week, I'm thinking. So watch for that. If you like that Yeti set, I definitely recommend them. I forgot one of those leaves. Okay, so now we've got almost all the coloring done. We're just going to take those little yellow dots in the center of the flowers and color those. Okay, so I'm just going to take my bullet end and go doot, 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 doot. And that is a colored flower. Oh, look at how good we are. Here's another flower just about colored. Oh, already done. And one more. And if you miss the dot and go outside the lines, who's gonna know, honestly? Nobody. Okay, so coloring is all done. All right, so now I'm gonna take and run this through with the coordinating die for this. Thank you, Stampin' Up! You're making all my die cut wishes come true. Okay, and I've got a couple of Post-its so that I can hold this in place. I can hear like a repetitive motion upstairs, like it sounds like somebody's stomping their foot, but I have a feeling that my dog is going to town on a bone. That's probably what that sound is. She got a bath yesterday, so she's all pretty. Okay, so, there we go. All right, now we're gonna take this and put it right over this. How cool is that? I think it's pretty cool. All right, so I'm just going to pop this up in a bunch of places. Oh, got my backing. I was so bummed I broke my fingernail today. Ugh. So I gotta find time to get that fixed. I hate when that happens. It's not very often. I don't even know what I did to make that happen, but something. Okay, so I've got my dimensionals all over this. Okay, and we're gonna just pop it on here like that. So that crazy cool background is so fun. And then we've got this beautiful floral right over the top. Okay, so now let's put our card together. So we did all the hard parts. Let's do the easy part, which is assembling it. Okay, so first and foremost, the card is going to open like this. But to hold it closed, we're going to put these two pieces of DSP over the sides like this. And by the way, if you happen to know what the name of this fun fold is, I don't know. It's just pretty. I'm sure there's a name for it. I just don't know what it is. Okay, so we've got that. Grab my adhesive, and we're going to just put the adhesive, or we're going to glue the adhesive centered top to bottom on here over the back. So, okay. And then repeat that centered over the back. Putting the adhesive on my triangle so that said card shall open. Okay, like that. All right, and then it's going to open like this. Now we're going to glue this whole thing to our quarter sheet of cardstock, so it's nicely coordinated. Like so. Okay, and then this is going to go on there, but we're going to attach it with a piece of paper, or a belly band, sorry, a belly band. And I think we'll do the belly band in Coastal Cabana. I was going to have y'all vote, but I'm making the decision. Okay, so I've got my Coastal Cabana belly band, and I just cut an 11-inch strip. We won't need quite that much, and I did a really bad job cutting it because I kind of moved myself on my trimmer. So let's just clean up that edge a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is have this go around, we'll wrap it around like that and glue it together on the back. And we want to make sure that it's not so tight that it won't come off and on, but it's not so loose that it'll slide off and on. It's a tricky business getting the right amount. Okay, so there we go. And then we're going to pop this up on top like so. All right. Well, actually, I think I'll just adhere it directly since we popped everything else up. Okay. Oh, so pretty. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I was supposed to put, hold on. I was supposed to put my ribbon on. Figures. Okay. I'm going to use a little of my in color twine to tie on a bow. Now I can put this over the top. Like it never even happened. No one will know. Okay. So then I'm just going to tie a little bow over here. Like this. And then we're also going to stamp on the inside of this card a little bit as well. Okay, so I've got my twine in here. I'm trying anyway. Goodness. There we go. It keeps twisting on me. Come on. There we go. Okay, so this will slide off. And then when we open this up, we can stamp on the inside. So I'm going to take another image from our same stamp set and stamp in here. I think down at the bottom. And I will do that in Coastal Cabana just to tie kind of the whole thing together. Like so. So pretty. And now I need a sentiment for this. And what was I going to do? I had something planned. Oh, and oh. No. Well, shoot. I had something figured out and then I forgot what I was going to do. I had a small little sentiment. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I've got, no, that wasn't it either. Darn it. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh, seriously. This set, Hello Beautiful. I'm just going to take this sentiment and stamp on here. And I think I'm going to put thank you on the front and I miss your face on the inside. Here we go. Like, where's I miss your face? I love these sentiments. So I'm going to do thank you in my dark Pacific Point because it'll show up really nice on there like that. And then on the inside, I'm going to do I miss your face. Like that. Okay, so there we go. And you could even stamp below this too on the white if you wanted. But there's our card. And I think we're going to put a little Wink of Stella on here because that just seems like the right thing to do on our little flowers to make them sparkle because everything's better sparkled. Okay, now you can create a card with this same card layout and post it in my Stamping with the Creativity Cave page. You will have until the end of this month. And then in October, I will announce the winner the first week of October. So you've got a couple weeks to work on this. And I will put the dimensions and all of the pieces and layers and whatnot into that Facebook group tomorrow, so Tuesday. And then you've got, like I said, a couple weeks to create a project with this. By the way, did we just figure out what the name of this fun fold was? Because I don't remember. I'm sure there's a name for it. I'm just looking. Unknown with triangles. I like that, Judith. So yeah. Okay. Oh, someone asked if I would show us how to use the bow maker. I have, Therese, if you look through my videos, like if you type the Creativity Cave and bow maker, there's a couple of different videos on that. So there you go. I think I have a bow maker handy somewhere. I'll find it. Okay, so there you go. So cute. Okay. All right. Next up, so that was our complicated card. Next up, it's easy. Easy from here. Okay, so last week we had a guest request for a Lighthouse card. So we're going to make that. Let me throw all my stuff in here so it's out of the way. And oh, I gotta wash that off. Because just after I went through this whole thing about how you should have clean thingies, I went and mucked mine up. But we'll get there. Okay, so I had a guest request for the Lighthouse set. So we're going to make a Lighthouse card. And this card is really simple because the dies are so awesome. And I went ahead of time and die cut the various pieces that we'll need to create a lighthouse. So I've got, and you can really play with which piece is which color and whatnot, but I chose to do the outermost detail in black. You could also do white for this, but I chose black. And then I've got this piece is white, and then I've got this piece, which will fit right under here, is red. Okay, so you can kind of alter that however you want, but that's what I chose to do. Okay, so I also really toiled about the background of this card, but I think what I ended up with is I wanted to have a card base that was Crumb Cake so that this is a little bit more masculine themed. And then I embossed this with our new cloud folder, and I did one in white, one in Crumb Cake, and one in Pool Party. So I can't decide which one to use. Okay, so the idea is, we'll start with Crumb Cake. The idea is we would put our lighthouse on here like this. Okay. And then this. And then you would have the clouds in the background. But then we could also do it on white, or we could do it on Pool Party. So what do you think? Our card base is going to be Crumb Cake. So do we want it on Pool Party? I don't know. I kind of actually am digging the Crumb Cake. So I think I'm just going to decide. Sorry, you can't vote. Okay. I let you vote for enough. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of liquid glue on these stripes here, and that's going to hold that piece of red cardstock in place. And I just want to make sure that I cover the holes up, meaning like the bottom, because it kind of just fits in there. Okay, so that's covered. And then I have this piece. Now I'm going to take this and put a little bit of yellow on here. So I'm going to grab some So Saffron. We'll put a little yellow on here so that there's a little glow of light in our lighthouse. And it's not perfect because we're going to cover up most of it anyway. So, but there's just a little glow in there, which I think is kind of nice. Okay, so I'm going to line these up as well with my liquid glue. I thought about popping it up, but I think we'll pop up the whole lighthouse itself. Okay, and then these just kind of line right up together like so. Okay, and there is our lighthouse. All right, now I'm on my card here. I'm going to pop this up, and there are pieces for our sentiment in this set of dies, so they're like labels, I guess. And I die cut some with the small piece and some with the big piece. By the way, when I first started, I kind of dumped all this stuff and it all fell out. That's okay. We're getting there. Ugh. All right, So, and there's 2 different sizes of lighthouses in this set, by the way. So I think sending you love and light would be a lovely sentiment. And I think I might actually send this to my father-in-law, because there is the lighthouse from I almost said Ferris Bueller's Day Off. No, from Forrest Gump is actually just a couple miles from their house in Maine. So I think I'm going to stamp that in some real red and put that on here. Like so. And then we'll see if we might add, I don't know if I need that extra one. Okay, but I am going to pop this layer up. Denise says that would be cool with an LED behind the lighthouse. It would. It would. By the way, this lighthouse is actually quite tiny in real life. It looks really big, and well, at least I got the impression it was big and fancy in the movie. It's not. It's kind of tiny. But look at how nice that looks. And I love this folder. That cloud folder that I wasn't even really going to get. Because I was not 100% sure. But then I saw somebody use it with this Lighthouse set, and I was like, there it is. That's what that's for. Okay, I mean, it certainly goes with some other things too, but that was kind of the thing that sold me on it, was using it with this Lighthouse set. All right, so I've got some linen thread here. I'm just going to tie this on, and then we'll put our sentiment over that linen thread. And I'm just tying this in a knot, not in a bow or anything, you know, making it a little more manly. There we go. And we'll put that right over the top. So I'm going to put a dimensional on the love side of this, and then I'm going to put some adhesive on the light side of this. Okay, and then I'm just going to adhere it directly to this card. So pretty simple. The tough part is going to be what to write in this card for my father-in-law, but hopefully I will find some good words for this. So there we go. So pretty simple card, but isn't that just fun? I do like that lighthouse set, and you could put clear wing Castella in there, what have you. There's also stamped images to make a lighthouse. There's also like the ray of light coming out of the lighthouse. There's also a die for that as well. So really nice. This is like the water on the horizon. So there's kind of some great little things in here. So anyway, there's that card. All right, next up, we've got, ooh, this is kind of a fun card. Pretty simple. We're going to make a cute little Halloween card with the Alphabest and Bewitching stamp sets. Alrighty, so for this, I have, I'm going to stamp our our witch's hat with some black ink on a scrap. Let me find my scrap here of paper, and I'm going to punch it out when I'm done. Oh, I need my black ink though. And I'm going to use Memento because I'm going to color this in with my Stampin' Blends. Okay, now on my punch, kind of looking at my punch so that I stamp this the right way so that it's easy to punch out. Okay, so I stamped that in some Memento ink, and then I also have, after I punch this out, I'm gonna put it on this panel. So I want to stamp my witch's feet in some black ink on here as well. Okay. Like that. There we go. Oh, that did not stamp great. Hold on. I don't think I've used the feet yet on this set, so let me clean this off. Sometimes the first time you use a stamp, there's a little bit of a, there we go, I can already see it inked up better, so let's try that, and that looks better to me. Okay, so we're gonna stamp on here, or color these in with our blends. So I'm gonna use some pumpkin pie, which of course is a good all-purpose Halloween color. And then I'm going to use some smoky slate markers, Stampin' Blends. Okay, so for my shoes, I'm just going to, start with the dark, Dina, come on. So I'm just going to start with coloring in these. By the way, I need some tights that are this color. Wouldn't that be fun? And then kind of do part of the buckle, and then we'll blend it out with our light pumpkin pie. There we go. Stampin' Blends always look so beautiful. They're just bright and vibrant coloring, and I love them. Okay, now on here, I'm actually going to start with my, cover that up. I'm going to start with my smoky slate, and I'm going to go dark over the hat here. And then we'll do the brim in our pumpkin pie. Let's see, we'll go a little bit up at the top here, like that. And then we're going to blend it out with our light. Okay. Ooh, getting there. I went outside the lines. Don't tell anybody. And I'm also going to go over this a little bit with my color lifter to get an even bigger gradient of color. Okay. So we've kind of got that dark area over here. Blend it out. Oh, it looks so good. And then let me grab my color lifter quick. And I'm just going to kind of blend out a little bit along the edges here to make it just a little bit lighter. Oh, looks great. Okay, so it's just a little lighter. I'm digging it. Actually, I think I might put a little bit of darker over here. And I'll blend that back. Okay, so there's our hat. Looks great. Now let's just do our brim. Blend this out, and then we're going to pop or punch this out. Like so. Okay. So that looks pretty awesome. Then I'm going to punch this out with our punch. And what's cool is, I'm not using it, but you can punch there's a punch for the band on the hat, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to pop this up right over the top, you know, Wizard of Oz style. But before I do that, I'm actually going to, I'll pop this up, but I'm going to set it right here just so I have the positioning. And then I've got a cute little spider that I'm going to stamp coming down here, you know, spooky like. So cute. Okay, then for our card, I will take and adhere it. Let's see, let's pop this up, and then we're going to adhere it to a layer of black. And look at how stinking cute that is. Ah, I love it. And then, as mentioned, we'll put this on a layer of black cardstock. By the way, the white layer is 3 by 4, and then the black layer is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Pretty sure. I'm almost positive. Okay, then I've got some of, this is that black and white paper. It's got like the polka dots and the diamonds and the stripes. I'm going to kind of jazz this up because we used all of that pumpkin pie on here. So I want to kind of make my own little plaid. So for that, I'm going to take my washi tape. So we've got these fun Halloween washies, and I'm going to make some plaid with the black and the orange. Okay, and so for this, we're just going to take and put our washi on here, kind of like this. And I'm going to trim those edges just so they're flush with my card. And we can put them just going down the line every so often to create kind of a black and orange plaid. Oops. And I guess if you wanted to, you could put like something in there to measure it so they were nice and even, but I am pretty much incapable of that level of measurement commitment, so I'm just eyeballing them to be about 1/2 inch. But you could just use a 1/2 inch piece of paper and just like use that as a guide if you're one of those people who needs measurements to be nice and even. I'm like incapable of that. I say that lovingly. Now, this is not the kind of card you're going to send in bulk, but it is really cute for somebody who might appreciate your love, your shared love of Halloween cards. Okay, so put one more layer down here. We'll make it a little more even. By the way, we haven't even discussed this topic. The queen died, you guys. Oh my gosh. Look at how fun that is. Oh, so sad. I mean, she was 96, so obviously we knew it was coming, but nonetheless, pretty sad. You gotta hand it to her. Like, she reigned for a long time. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on my card like that. Okay, and then we're gonna put this on top like this. How fun is that? I'm loving it. There we go. So cute. Okay, but wait, there's more. I'm going to take out of my essential twine pack some black twine and throw a cute little bow on here. Because, I mean, you gotta, right? Da, da, da. Where are my glue dots? Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, so fun. All right, and then of course we've got a panel of white for the inside, and I wanted to stamp Boo because there's not a Halloween stamp in here, so I figured this would be a great way to say Boo. B-O-O. And just need my box. Okay, so I'm going to stamp B, O in pumpkin pie, and another O, this time in basic gray. So let me quick clean that. With my cleaner. And we could probably get an exclamation point out of here. All right. And we'll stamp that in black. Boo. Ah, so cute. All right, and we'll attach that to the inside of our card. And how fun was this? Okay, there we go. All right, I'm gonna cover that up. I'm gonna close this up, and then I'm gonna bring my projects in for you so that you can see them. Da, da, da. Okay, so we had this fun Halloween card. You got a little bit of everything today, huh? Our beautiful Lighthouse card, and then our kind of crazy fun fold with a cool masking technique, and you can create your own version of this and share it on my Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook group. I'll put a link in there. I think there might be one already, but if not, I'll make sure the link is in there after this, and you can create these cards yourself. If you have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for stamping with me today. If you could give me the thumbs up, that would rock my world. The YouTube sure likes it when you do that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, you can get involved with our game night happening next Tuesday with mystery stamping kicking off a week from today. There's still openings for that. I've got just a few. I've sold about 2/3 of my retreat boxes, so make sure you get registered for that. And of course, some classes going on this month. All those links are in the description of this video. So thank you guys so much for stamping with me. Have a fabulous week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.